Major new €200 energy credit cash boosts update as Leo Varadkar delivers winter warning. All Irish households could get fresh energy credits in the next budget, as the Taoiseach confirmed households and businesses will get cash towards bills. Leo Varadkar said that while the government expects electricity and gas prices to drop, the fall won't be significant enough before this winter. The Fine Gael leader said the coalition still have to iron out final details, but a return of the energy credit is the easy option. Varadkar said, "The easy option, of course, is the energy credits. You can just take it off the bill. It applies to everyone. But as we did previously, there was a targeted element to recognizing that poorer households might need more. All Irish households were handed a €200 boost 3 times to help with bills between November and April in Budget 2023. Major charities have previously called for their return, warning how people will face the winter already saddled with mountains of energy bill debts. And the Taoiseach said any new energy supports will be funded via the proceeds of the energy windfall tax. Varadkar added, "It is a separate pot to the regular budget pot. It is a particular pot being raised for a particular purpose." He previously said energy prices are unlikely to return to lower rates and will remain very high in the winter. He said, "Some prices will fall, but prices are unlikely to return to what they were. Energy costs in particular will remain very high through the winter, and energy poverty is very real." Higher Education Minister Simon Harris last week hinted that the very effective credits could return. He said, "I personally think the energy credits were very effective. They were costly in terms of the overall cost to the taxpayer, but then every taxpayer was benefiting in terms of reduction on their bill. So certainly there will have to be more measures in the budget to help people address energy poverty, but the specifics of that will have to wait a couple of weeks." Meanwhile, the state pension must rise by €53 per week to help OAPs living in financial hardship. It's been claimed. Plus, the weekly fuel allowance social welfare payment must be more than doubled in Budget 2024. OAP campaigners have warned. Active Retirement Ireland has warned that the state pension doesn't cover living expenses for the majority of older people. And campaigners blasted last year's €12 weekly pension increase, claiming small ad hoc increases must stop for once and for all. The pension paid out to those over 66 needs to increase by €53 per week to come in line with 34% of average earnings, the organization warned. This would bring the weekly €265.30 up €53 to €318. Speaking in May, the Taoiseach said he can absolutely assure a pension rise when Budget 2024 is announced on October 10. The Fine Gael leader said, "There is one thing I can absolutely assure you. There will be a further increase in the weekly pension, and that will be in the budget. The exact amount has not been decided yet. That will have to be discussed between now and October, and will have to be seen in the round of other things we want to do as a government. But certainly there will be a further pension increase, and the decision on that will be made at budget time, as it always is." The Society of St. Vincent de Paul has also called for a €27.50 weekly hike in welfare rates in Budget 2024 in order to prevent a rise in poverty. Family carers have called for the carers' allowance to be increased to €325 as part of a radical overhaul of the payment, with many terrified of what the future holds.